And hello there, my name is Strike Alpha, and I am here casting my friend Term1nally Ch1ll, his game as he plays as Pike in Ranked. He's going to be playing with a Xayah, Sejuani, Malzahar, and Pantheon. They are going to be playing against a Teemo, a Warwick, a Zed, a Twitch, and a Thresh. So just starting off looking at these team comps like we always do. Looking at the blue team, they are going for flat out pick. There is no getting around it. That's all they really want to do. Warwick, Zed, Twitch, all looking for people to get caught out in bad positions. Thresh also looking to catch people and start team fights, but like I said, he's more looking for picks. And Teemo typically wants to... Okay, this is interesting. Pike pulls Twitch, and I guess Twitch wasn't paying attention completely. Takes a little bit of damage. But anyway, yeah, blue team's going to be looking for picks. Teemo's even going to be trying to set up areas for those picks to become a little bit easier for his team. So that's going to be the main objective for the blue team, essentially to get ahead early and to roam around the map so that they can make something out of their power spike. Oh, and here we go. We got a bunch of people moving in, although they don't know that Warwick is right there ready to help. You say the exhaust goes down. Looks like Pike is going to get caught up, and Warwick is trying to throw his fear down, but he is unable to land it completely. Looks like Pike going to heal up a little bit, but it's not going to be all that much. Warwick is going to be out of the picture, so now it's pretty much on Thresh and Twitch to not die in this situation. Xayah already got a little bit of an advantage over her lane opponent as a result of all of that. So, nope. And it looks like we might get a Teemo kill. Teemo is going to get that first blood, and he's going to go down to the tower. But, in all honesty, that might be a little bit of worth. All right, now here we go. We got another assault by this Pike. The heal comes down from Twitch. And one more arrow comes down, or one more feather comes down from Xayah, and she gets that kill. And now Xayah's going to go down to the Twitch. Pike probably shouldn't have started that fight, and now he goes down. So it's a double kill for the Twitch, making things a little bit smoother for him. Meanwhile, Malzahar going to go ahead and ignite the Zed. And Sejuani is there to follow up with that flail, and she gets the kill. Meanwhile, Warwick is considering trying to go in on the Sejuani, but probably not really a good idea considering Malzahar is there. Although he does have low mana, it still is something you got to worry about. So he's going to go ahead and back off while Sejuani returns to her jungle. Alright, so this red team, however, red team needs to survive till mid-game, and then once they get to mid-game, they should pretty much be able to win any team fight that comes up, I think. At least they'll be able to start team fights as well. Oh, and Pantheon's going to trade kills with Teemo one more time. Not 100% sure why Pantheon got the why Teemo got the shutdown on Pantheon, but I guess 2 kills is enough to get that? I don't know. That's a little shaky. But anyway, actually let's flip this scoreboard. There we go. But yeah, red team needs to survive. Once they get to the mid game, they should be able to win their fights with a Sejuani and Pantheon front line. Malzahar and Pike. Pike's going to be more front line too, but oh, and we got a pick by the Pike, but that's not going to be enough. I'll say the root comes down on Thresh, but he's not going to take much more damage after that. But yeah, with the Pantheon, Pike, and Sejuani front line, Xayah back line or mid line, and Malzahar mid line, it's going to be a pretty consistent pretty consistent setup for their team fights. And here we go. We got Warwick back down bot. We got the dodge by Xayah, and that might be the end of Thresh. It is. Pike's going to get that kill, so that means Xayah has a cut. Xayah is going to also be able to get the kill on the Twitch as well. So, and Pantheon jumping in, getting that kill on Teemo, not caring about the fact that he has that blind, but Pantheon's taking quite a bit of damage, and he looks like he should be all right now. With that, it looks like that fight up top is going to be shifting towards Pantheon. And while we're on the subject of Pantheon, let's go ahead and talk about that top lane matchup itself. Teemo versus Pantheon. Under normal circumstances, I believe that Pantheon is able to do quite a bit of damage in terms of countering Teemo. Just because a lot of Teemo's attacks come from, or a lot of Teemo's damage comes from the auto attacks that come up. However, with that Aegis that comes up and blocks one auto attack, by the time Pantheon jumps in, stuns, and does the full combo that he has, Teemo is unable to really perform any damage whatsoever. As a result, Pantheon is able to pretty much jump in, beat Teemo senseless, and if Teemo doesn't immediately run, it's not going to be a good day for him. And considering the current situation, as now Pantheon seems to feel really comfortable in terms of fighting Teemo, I think that that matchup is going to be heading in Pantheon's direction if it already has not. I don't know. It's a little shaky sometimes. Oh, here comes Pike. He comes through with the stun, but it looks like that might be it for Thresh. Like I said, the Malefic Vision's coming down after Malzahar's ult runs out. Meanwhile, Pike's coming back in through again. He throws down that stun on that Twitch, and now he needs to get out of turret range, but now she's running right into a Warwick. She burns that heal. I don't think this is going to be enough, and Warwick is going to get the kill. Meanwhile, Zed is down here to try and help get that kill on Pike. Very smart move by the Zed to go ahead and start roaming, and that is going to be the end of Pike. Warwick going to clean up bot a little bit and go back into his jungle. But yeah, while we're on the subject of Warwick, let's go ahead and talk about that jungle matchup. We got Warwick versus Sejuani. Sejuani is going to be a little slower in terms of being able to affect the game. It takes her a second to get ramped up to the point where she needs, or where she's able to consistently get kills during ganks. Not saying that it's impossible. She does have quite a bit of CC as she is a Freljordian champion. However, most people are going to be depending on that ultimate coming out at level 6 in order to actually get consistent kills on those games. Right now, she is currently... Oh, she actually is level 6 right now. So that means she should start ganking at some point. And there we go. We got all that damage coming down on Teemo. Teemo flashes, and Pantheon throws that Q. That spear only has a cooldown of 3 seconds. And here we go. We got Sejuani here with the ult, gets the kill on Twitch, and that is a double kill for Xayah. At this point, I think Red Team should start making a move towards that Infernal Drake, because right now their advantages are starting to come through, and it's only a matter of time before they have to start grouping, so might as well get all the advantages that they possibly can. Next, let's talk about Zed and Malzahar. So Malzahar, in all honesty, it's a race to see who gets to level 6 first. If Zed gets to level 6 first, then chances are that, oh, and this might be the end of Teemo. Oh, we got the fear, and now Pantheon is in a bad position. He gets ulted by Warwick with the infinite duress, and that is going to be the end of Pantheon. Meanwhile, Xayah is trying to avoid getting killed by Twitch, but she's unable to do that. So things are starting to kind of go all over the place in terms of advantages. Right now, it looks like Xayah still has the advantage in bot, but dying like that is definitely a way for Twitch to try and make a comeback in this situation. And we got the Void Grasp from the Malzahar, goes ahead, flash ults that Zed, and that is going to be the end of Zed. Oh, and Pike trying to go for a hook. Thresh tries to go for his hook in return and unable to really do anything. But yeah, so it kind of comes down to who gets their ult first, and in this case, it also looks like it's who gets flash, or who has flash. Because it was pretty straightforward that Malzahar was going to win that after. Oh wow, that Pike really wants to catch that Thresh. I don't know if he's going to be able to. And the ult comes down from the Pike. We say Twitch is about to get popped by it, and there we go. There's the kill by the Pike. That is too bad. So sad for him. Meanwhile, it looks like the red team's going to be pushing out this mid tower, trying to take that first. Although Zed is there and completely capable of killing any of the champions that were present, it's kind of questionable whether or not they want to keep pushing on that. And got the jump on by Pantheon. Pantheon, like I said, he already has that fight won, and it's only a matter of time before he goes ahead and joins the rest of his team in fighting. Comes Warwick, and Warwick misses his ult. I say Pike doing a little bit of work, but I don't know why Xayah didn't necessarily think that it was probably not a good move to be there, but now she knows. And it looks like the entire blue team did kind of rotate towards bot. So yeah, well, doesn't look like, looks like everyone finally backed off, but now it looks like Malzahar and Sejuani are converging towards bot. So we'll see if there's, oh, and the ult comes down. We got ulted. Oh, Pike, Thresh got, oh no, Twitch got ulted. Now Pike is, well, Thresh got the kill on Pike, but looks like Malzahar was able to get the kill on everything else for the most part. And now with that, I think Red Team should be able to go ahead and take this bottom turret. They're going to do that. They're going to move over towards what looks like to be mid right now. Teemo's still trying his best, got an Asher's Tooth, but like I said, as long as Pantheon has a way to negate that damage, it's not really going to be too much of a fun fight for him. Zed just barely making it out by the skin of his teeth. But Sejuani is here. She is, oh, and the flail comes out, gets that kill on Zed. So apparently Pike thought that was funny. Meanwhile, here we go. We got Pantheon doing one combo and blowing up Teemo now. And looks like Xayah's going to go ahead and get that kill on Twitch. Meanwhile, Warwick is not in a good spot. Pantheon able to get that kill as well. You know what? While we have this a little bit of lull, let's go ahead and talk about the bot lane matchup as it was. Twitch and Xayah are considered hyper carries, so if they get a few kills early on, they are pretty much capable of beating an entire team by themselves. In terms of what we've been seeing so far, it looks like Xayah is in a better position to be in that position. And as a result, I mean, yeah, as a result, she probably is going to be a little bit better in the mid game. We won't probably see Twitch getting that capacity until the late game at this point. Currently, he only has Blade of the Ruined King. That's not really going to be too helpful. However, Xayah does look like she's going to be building her Zeal item next, which is going to be super useful in the situation to come. Meanwhile, we got Malzahar coming in, trying to take this red buff from this Warwick. He goes ahead, ults the Warwick. Warwick's still able to get it, but now it looks like Malzahar might have bit off a little more than he can chew. And so Warwick with the infinite duress comes through and gets that kill on for himself. Sejuani is looking like she was here to help, but she might be in a bad position. She goes ahead and dashes out of that bad spot, and that is going to be the end of all that was happening down there. Although now I'm kind of curious, what's the next dragon? The next dragon is Cloud. That's going to be super useful for the blue team because they need to be getting in position for picks. They are behind by around 6k gold, but at the same time, that isn't necessarily something they can't recover from. And now the entire blue team looks to have appeared to save this work. Ch1ll trying to run out, but she's not going anywhere. And now it looks like, oh, and Pantheon is here trying to get the kill on Zed. For a second, I was really worried because I didn't know what was going on there. Meanwhile, Pantheon should be able to get this kill on Twitch. Ward coming through, getting that finishing blow, though, on Pantheon. And now, looks like everyone's going to be backing off that Cloud Drake right now. So, in terms of those supports in bot lane, both of them essentially kind of have similar behaviors. Pyke having an extra stun, but Thresh having some pretty significant slows and damage based on that ability. Whoa, that grab by Pyke. I don't know if this is going to be good for Teemo, but looks like that's going to be the end of that. Oh, and it also looks like Pantheon is going to be teleporting in. I'm not really sure why. Seems a little unnecessary. But he's just going to teleport in, and he's going to back off now. Oh, and now it looks like the red team's going to be going for that Cloud Dragon. I think Twitch thought about going in, but he's probably of the player opinion, well, it's Cloud, it's not that big of a deal. They're going to find out soon enough that that is far from the truth. As red team starts to maneuver as a team around the map, it's going to be that much more difficult for them to really do anything. Meanwhile, Pantheon and Ward are doing pretty good, and the double team coming down. Ward getting the kill thanks to Teemo being there to assist. Oh, and well then, that's Zed. I don't know how that Zed managed to get out of that after being held down for that long, and it looks like he is back where Malzahar is. I don't know if Malzahar's gonna find him, but doesn't look like it. However, Thresh might have signed his death warrant just then, as the entire red team was able to essentially move in on him. At least Ch1ll, Xayah, and Pyke. Now it looks like the red team is going to be pushing out that bottom tower, and there really isn't much for the blue team to be able to do in this situation other than just kind of clear minions as they come up. And they're trying, but it's still questionable. And we got the grab from Pyke going down, and that's going to be the... Oh, and we got an ult coming down from Xayah, but she goes ahead and backs out. Now Zed is there. There's 4 blue team members in bot. And it looks like the red team is going to back off as a result. Looks like Xayah and Ch1ll are going to rotate a little bit. Work. Looks like he tried to land his infinite duress, but unfortunately he missed that. So, oh, and Twitch maneuvering around the Xayah, able to get that quick and easy kill. Like I said, blue team is going for those picks, and they're starting to find them. Not really sure why the Xayah is really talking right now, but hey, whatever the player thinks, it's not like they're gonna, you know, throw the game. But anyway, so with this current setup right now, it looks like red team, oh, and the hook comes down from Pyke. It looks like there was a stun effort made, but that is going to be the end of Thresh. Pyke still has his ult up, and he's ready to try and burn someone else. He's going after the Zed. We'll say the ult is not going to happen. Not really sure how that's supposed to hit, and oh, and there's the end of Malzahar. The flash in by Zed, getting that kill. So Zed Shadow should be getting ready to be up at this point, so it should be a lost fight. Pyke able to get, whoa, Twitch able to get the kill on Pyke, and now Team Twitch is running for his life. He should be able to get out. I'm gonna say both Zed and, oh, and the infinite duress comes in, lands on Ch1ll, Now, I don't know what Xayah is doing. She's pretty much gotten herself flanked. And I don't know why Twitch even stayed there. That's called being greedy at this point. Weren't able to get the kill, but there was no reason for Twitch to even be remotely involved with that other than the slow from the cask that he threw. So I'm not really sure if that was the best move, but still ended up being a kill for the Warwick. The Warwick is currently at 8-1-6 and pretty much responsible for a lot of the setups for the blue team in terms of some of those picks. So it's pretty good that he's starting to get fed, because that means in a one-on-one situation he's pretty much going to win, and that's what the blue team needs right now, considering they only have one tower. So with that, we gotta keep on going. It looks like the red team is trying to defend a little bit. They're going after protecting some of their towers. Blue team, I'm not really sure what they're necessarily doing. Looks like Teemo might win this fight. Yep, he is able to, thanks to a nicely placed mushroom that was ran into by the Pantheon. So now it looks like blue team should be able to start doing some picks on their end. And now, wow, Zed comes through, gets the kill on Pyke, and that is going to be the end of Xayah as well, thanks to Zed. But we got multiple kills coming down. Malzahar getting both Twitch and Zed thanks to Malefic Visions. But he's going to quickly go down to Sejuani as well. Now Warwick is going after Sejuani. Not really sure if this is a great idea, but at the same time, it does do quite a bit. It does make things a little bit easier in terms of pushing objectives now that she has to essentially run for her life. Question is whether or not that is even gonna matter. I'm gonna say blue team needs to go ahead and try and push out this mid tower, and they finally get a wave up to this mid tower, but the red team is essentially up. Will they be able to defend it? Doesn't look like it. It looks like that's going to be a second or third tower for the blue team. Teemo taking that second one in bot while all of the fighting was occurring in mid. So, looks like the blue team is starting to make a bit of a comeback. At one point they were down 6k gold. Now they're only really down 2k gold. And that is not a good sign for or not a good thing for the red team. As I mentioned earlier, if blue team is able to kind of get ahead, they should be able to fight one-on-one versus many members of the red team, and it should lead to a lot of people's downfalls. Meanwhile, we got Pyke, gets that hook and gets the kill on Teemo. Now it looks like red team's going to be taking their third dragon, which is going to be an Ocean Drake. So red team definitely in a really strong position right now. Got 3 separate dragons. The next dragon that's coming up is going to be a cloud dragon, so that's going to be useful for, again, the red team and the blue team have specific dragon objectives they should be looking for. Blue team needs that cloud dragon, but it doesn't look like they're making any effort to try and get any of those dragons. For right now, Ocean and Inferno are going to be really good for the red team, just because the blue team has a little bit of pick. So having that Ocean Drake come through and heal up the team as it gets poked down by either Teemo, Zed, or Twitch, that's going to be super useful for those guys. Looks like Pyke got hit by a mushroom, and now Ares coming back at some point. But yeah, so, and here comes the Pantheon man drop. He comes through, breaks essentially a line of minions. Teemo's going to try to run for his life. Meanwhile, Warwick is going to be in that bush and bot, and here we go. Warwick is on the hunt. And the stun comes down by Pantheon, but this is not going to go well. He gets blinded, tries to go for Teemo. That didn't work out. And Warwick is going to, or no, Teemo is going to get that kill. As I said, Sejuani is ready, though. She is coming around back, especially, or also with Xayah as well. So this is going to be pretty bad for the Teemo. He's in a bad position. Here comes the Sejuani. He's got the feathers coming out and a quick kill by the Xayah. Meanwhile, I don't think the blue team completely realizes that they may have been led into a trap. You say Thresh getting caught, and now has the box down, but the ultimate comes through on Pyke, and now Zed is in a really dangerous situation, and the ult comes through again for the Pyke. Xayah gonna get that kill though, but yeah, now I believe that will be a quick and easy Baron unless Warwick and Twitch decide to come through. Warwick looks like he wants to try and fight this off a little bit. Meanwhile, maybe that probably wasn't his best bet. He unfortunately has the infinite duress out of River in order to make it out, but that was probably a good thing on his part. It did stop the red team's attempt for that Baron. So, I'm going to say it helps give blue team a little bit more time to kind of catch up in terms of their power and potentially try and push the game towards the late game. Meanwhile, Xayah unfortunately getting caught out one more time. And so Twitch able to get that kill, and without Pyke's ult, that's pretty much a done deal. However, Pantheon is there. Not really sure what he planned on doing against all 4 members of the blue team, but now there's a triple kill going down for this Twitch. And now I believe that this Twitch is almost at the point where he can pretty much fight as he chooses to fight. Meanwhile, Malzahar gonna get attacked by Zed. He burns his spell shield, but it's not gonna be enough to do too much damage. And now it looks like blue team is gonna be moving towards this Baron, but they immediately break off, and Warwick taking quite a bit of damage. I don't know what that flash was, but that's going to be the end of Malzahar. Twitch is going to get that kill. Meanwhile, I don't know if Sejuani is going to make it. She is quite tanky, but well, looks like she did make it out. Thanks to that tower. Ooh, wow. And the damage coming down on the Xayah, and it looks like Xayah and Teemo are going to trade kills. So Teemo is slowly but surely starting to catch up. Meanwhile, Thresh getting caught out by the Pyke and Sejuani. I don't know if this is going to be good for him. And the ult comes down by Pyke. It doesn't really kill anyone, but hey, that is okay. However, Twitch is also going to die here, and Pyke is trying to heal up a little bit. He throws down that Sand Wraith ability, I believe. Or wait, what is that called? Ghost Water? That's not it. Well, Pyke throwing down that stun, and now it looks like Red Team's going to be going for another Baron attempt. I don't know if they have enough damage with the 3 of these guys, although Pantheon is building quite a bit of damage. Typically, your ADCs are the main ones throwing out the damage necessary to get that Baron taken care of, but it looks like Warwick is going to try and come through. He gets caught out again. He's going to have the Infinite Duress out if he can. He does Infinite Duress out. Pyke is almost able to make it out of there, and it looks like Warwick is trying to make it, but Red Team is going to go ahead and back off. They don't know anything about the number of mushrooms that might be in the area. And Xayah is trying to fight this Warwick. She misses a few of the feathers to get the kill on that Warwick, but Malzahar is going to be there to help her take down Thresh. So at this point, someone probably should buy an Executioner's Calling. Warwick isn't necessarily impossible to take care of right now, but it really doesn't help that he is able to kind of heal himself up pretty quickly if he's attacking the right targets. So Red Team should probably look at fixing something like that. Meanwhile, it looks like Pantheon is going to be heading towards, well, I thought he was going towards Dragon, but it looks like he's going to be running back towards mid to help them try and take care of this inner mid tower. Pantheon coming through. He's coming through with the man drop. Teemo has to flash out. Pantheon trying to go around, but unfortunately a minion messes with him and pops the mushroom that stops that pursuit. Okay, it looks like Pyke and Xayah are in hot pursuit of Teemo. However, it looks... Oh! Sejuani, I thought she was gonna go in or go for the dragon, but now it looks like she's starting to fight with a bunch of people. This should be the end of Teemo. Yep, there we go. We got the end of Teemo. Pyke is gonna also go down as well. Got a lot of fighting going on. Malzahar gonna get picked off by the Twitch. He's unable to run away from that. Meanwhile, Xayah throwing feathers all over the place. She's trying to get kills as well. Pantheon jumps on that Teemo, gets the kill there. Now we got a Zed trying to get the kill on Xayah. He is able to get it, but he's not able to make it out. Xayah able to get him with her dying feathers. And now red team is going to be going for that Cloud Dragon. I'm going to say so much happened just then for that one objective. Next dragon is going to be Elder. So this is going to pretty much be a do or die dragon for the blue team. If they aren't able to really put up an effort to try and take that or at least defend that objective, you can pretty much count on the red team essentially ending the game after they get it. And so the damage spike from 4 stack dragon or 4 dragon Elder Drake is definitely not good, especially considering one of those dragons itself is an Infernal Drake. Blue team gonna need to start figuring out some ways to split up the red team. They need to get these lanes pushed out, and hopefully they should be able to start seeing Pantheon try and split push out. If they're able to see Pantheon split push out, they need to go pick him off. He is currently 13, 10, and 2. While that's not necessarily great, that is a significant piece of damage that keeps coming through on his part, as well as the threat of the sky drop being removed from a team fight. So it's a good move for the blue team to try to get that kill on Pantheon as soon as they can. If they are able to, things might turn out pretty good. And we got the hook by the Pyke. Catches that Zed out, unable to make it out. And now we got Thresh. He's not going to make it out either. That is definitely not a good move. And we got Teemo possibly going down as well in the bot. Yeah, no, this might be the end of a few things. Malzahar going down to the Twitch from a few shots. And now it looks like red team's going to be trying to go for this Baron. Although now it might not be all that great because it's so low right now. And Sejuani able to take that Baron. Now Twitch is trying to burn out as many people as she possibly can. Let's say someone probably needs to help Sejuani get the kill on Warwick. And there we go. That is the end of him. Meanwhile, it looks like Pantheon is chasing after this Twitch. Twitch able to make it out. I'm going to say thanks to his stealth. So just lucky, I guess, on that part. But it looks like red team should start pushing through some of these objectives. Now they have Pyke, Sejuani, and Xayah in that top. I'm say not really sure what Zed was planning to accomplish here. He goes ahead, burns that Yomu trying to get in position, but there's too many people here. Xayah goes ahead and uses that stopwatch. It's just not great. And oh wow, Twitch getting yanked across the wall. Pantheon's gonna go down to the Teemo, but in that process, so much happened for the blue or for the red team, and so much happened against the. So much happened for the red team and so much happened against the blue team to a point where I honestly think that blue team might possibly be able to end this. Warwick, I don't know what that was. I guess he ulted and completely whiffed it. But yeah, and here we go. We got, oh wow, getting caught by the Malzahar, but Malzahar taking a lot of damage by the Teemo. That's going to be the end of Teemo, and Sejuani is going to be able to make it out. Say, not really sure why that Teemo sacrificed himself for the greater good, but hey, I'm sure Sejuani is not going to complain. Alright, so we are starting to get to the point of the game that might be considered a little bit of late. So, things might change up a little bit. All it's really going to come down to is that last team fight. So, if Zed is able to get a pick on any of the members of the red team, and make it out. He's got to make it out too. If he's able to get a pick on anyone in the red team, blue team should be able to initiate a fight pretty quick. And I'm not really sure why Zaya ulted that early. Blue team needs to go ahead and force something out of this. He said Pike's gonna get caught out. The box goes down by a Thresh. Pantheon is coming in with the man drop. Meanwhile, we got the Pike ult coming through, but it's not gonna be enough. Twitch is trying to do his best, kiting out of that situation, but it's not gonna happen. Sejuani's gonna chase down the Zed, and it looks like it's just Warwick and Teemo against an entire red team. The stun goes down from Sejuani, and he's gonna, looks like Warwick's gonna infinite duress out, and this right here might be the end of the game. Red team pushing into the blue team's base. They have baroned up minions, as well as a majority of their, or at least Malzahar's ult, able to kind of negate any offensive effort or any defensive effort by the blue team. Here comes some of the damage from Malzahar. He takes half of Teemo's HP with just a small combo, and now we got the ult coming down, taking down that Warwick, and it looks like that will be game for the red team. This is Wani is a little too close to that turret. Wow, she's tanked bouncing pretty hard there. Meanwhile, Zed trying to dash in, getting the kill. I'm not really sure what's going on here, why this match isn't ending. So Teemo trying to shred as many people as possible, and it looks like this might be it now. We got the shutdown, we got the ace for the red team, and that will be game. So that game was pretty interesting. Red team taking advantage of the fact that they had a team fighting composition and using that to their best advantage once they felt like they were strong enough and took enough towers. Let me say Sejuani definitely was a playmaker in that game, as she was able to essentially she went 6-2 and 29, so I'm pretty sure she was responsible for quite a few incidents happening. At least over half of the kills that happened, she had some involvement with, so good job on her part. That said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I want to thank again my friend Term1nally Ch1ll. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying it. Maybe it must be the one. But I want to thank my friend Term1nally Ch1ll for allowing me to cast their game. And again, if you are looking forward to trying to have a Shoutcast or cast one of your league games, be sure to hit up Strike Alpha on League. And I'll be more than happy to try and set something up with you. So with that, my name is, again, Strike Alpha, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. You all have a pleasant day.